This podcast is brought to you in part by VIP Marketing and Advertising.
In another episode, you heard me talk about client and agency relationships, but now we're going to go a little deeper. I want to know who actually cares. This is your daily development.
Welcome to your daily development with your host, Eric Elliott.
You're running away from the future, man. You gotta get caught up in the past.
All right, so today you got to put up with me just for a few minutes. I promise that we'll be brief, but today we're going to talk about who cares. And what do I mean by who cares? We're going to talk about who cares about the relationship more, the client or the agency. Earlier, we talked about agency and client relationships. Now we want to know who actually cares. And here's where this stemmed from. There were times where we would schedule performance calls, and sometimes clients just wouldn't make the call. Either they weren't respectful of your time or they just didn't care. So in our opinion, if you're paying an agency or a marketing partner to handle your business, schedule your business, that's your company's revenue. And I think you should care about it. So you should always make the time to make yourself not just accessible, to the agency, and agencies don't take advantage of your client's time, but show that you care as well. As an agency, there's nothing worse than you coming up with great ideas and great tactics and great strategies for a client, for all of these things to kind of just sit on the shelf and kind of fall on deaf ears. And that's what I mean by who cares. As an agency, it's our job. It's our job to care about that business. We're not looking at it from a monetary standpoint, like we're going to make this much money. We're looking at it like we want to bring this much success. And as a client, you should meet that agency halfway. You should meet us halfway and make yourself accessible for the performance calls. Go over these ideas, strategies, like we talked about in the client relationship episode before. But you should also consider these things. Don't let great ideas fall on the shelf. And then when your competitor does them, you're looking at your agency like, hey, what happened? So this is what we mean by who cares more. If you care about your business enough, you should be able to listen to your agency and communicate with them ideas, successes, strategies, and everything that can propel your business forward. If not, then your agency's loving your business more than you do. And if they love your business more than you do, there's going to be a problem with that relationship sooner or later. I'm going to go a little deeper, but I'm going to take a break just for a second and give you a word from one of our sponsors. I'll be right back.
You don't need a marketing agency. You do deserve very important placement. VIP Marketing and Advertising is a cutting-edge strategic digital, creative, media, and marketing partner that provides services for businesses of all sizes. To stay up to date on the latest marketing news, subscribe for email updates at veryimportantplacement.com.
All right, so I'm back. We just came back from a break. I want to talk to you about performance calls. I think what's really important is every agency or client, you should schedule monthly performance calls. And in your performance calls, you should go over your KPIs, which are your key performance indicators. These are the things that kind of spell out what a good campaign is. I mean, you should have these things set up every month, kind of like clockwork. If it's the first Wednesday of the month or whenever the month closes, this is where you go over what worked for us, what didn't work, what do we need to tweak, and this is your opportunity to kind of let your agency know some of the pitfalls of the campaign or some of the trends that happened in the business, what happened in the business, and for the agency's opportunity to kind of learn from you and kind of know exactly where they need to pivot. Because truthfully, as long as the market continues to change, you'll always have to pivot. You can't do what you did a year ago or 6 months ago and expect it to work the same way today. You should look at your agency as a true partner, and agencies, you should present yourself as a true partner. I know we do, and that's one thing that's super important for us. So if you do love your business, and like you do in any relationship, you want to actually show you care. Not saying you need to buy flowers for your agencies or agency, you need to buy flowers for your client. But what I mean is give a damn about your business. Show up for performance calls. Make yourself accessible. Divulge information. Agencies, be transparent. It's so important for the success of any marketing campaign and for the success of your business. Show up to those performance calls, learn something, inform your agency, work with them. And I think it should go both ways. It should definitely go both ways. And if not, you're set up for a disaster. You're set up for a disaster. So this isn't going to be a long podcast today, but we definitely wanted to just kind of give you what's on top of our mind and definitely give you one of those things that make you think. So we want you to focus on your business. We want you to kind of act like you care from a client standpoint, because it's important to your business and it's also important to your agency partner. I want to thank you all for being on the show and tuning in this week, as you've done every other week, and we continue to grow and we have you to thank for that. So we really appreciate you. Don't forget, log on to veryimportantplacement.com and subscribe to the Marketing Minutes. And with this podcast, we want you to go into the iTunes, Soundcloud, Google Play, wherever you consume your content. Give us a great review.
Hey, Eric, my brother from another mother. Anyway, it's Friday. Hope your family are having a blessed week. And I don't know, just thought I'd call you and say, I love your podcast.
This is the oxygen that we breathe. A 1-star is cool, 5-star is even better. We thank you so much. This has been your daily development.
Copyright 2017 VIP Marketing and Advertising. Produced by Craft Creative.
When all eyes are on you, make it count. From audio to video to graphic design and more, Craft Creative can do it all. We don't make commercials, we craft creative. See what we can do for you at wecraftcreative.com.